Well, just checking in here on our way from Anchorage to Dutch Harbor. Finally got a little cloud action. Kind of nice. Regrettably, this is my second attempt at this flight. I had my first crash to desktop. Not exactly clear what caused it. I was analyzing the variables, and the only thing I could think of that was different was that I had activated AI traffic. So I don't know if that played a part. But anyway, I just wanted to check in because I was blown away by finally getting to see some clouds. We're at 25,000 feet, climbing to 30,000 eventually. Cleared to 26,000 right now. I expect to be told to climb to 30,000 momentarily. Let's see. Should happen in a second. There it is. Anyway, it is awesome to finally get to see the cloud engine, because I really haven't. Dealt with a lot of icing coming up through it. You can see we've got a little ice on the airframe. I've been using I use the airframe de-ice. It's still on. Prop de-ice, windshield de-ice, pitot heater, stall heater, you name it. But I think we're about to be above these clouds here momentarily. Anyway, I just wanted to stop for a minute, make a little short video, because who knows, it may crash to desktop again. And at least this way I can look back and see these incredible clouds. Haven't gone outside yet. Hopefully that doesn't crash it. There it is. Just breathtaking. Wow. Clouds at Ultra. I really hope it doesn't crash to desktop again. That is so frustrating. I mean, I put so much effort and time into prepping for the takeoff and setup and flight plans and this and that and the other, and then just to have it drop to the desktop for no particular reason. It's very frustrating. I also had to do something on this one that I've never done before. The flight we're taking from Anchorage to Dutch Harbor does have a published RNAV approach to the runway that we're going to land on, which is 16, memory serves. But Microsoft does not have that published RNAV approach in the software. So, for the first time, I had to use the FPL feature and manually insert the final waypoints, which were Aleut, and the altitude we're supposed to be at that waypoint. EUVO or EUYO, and the altitude, AFPIV, Usugu, and then the airport itself, PADU, Papa Alpha Delta Uniform. Never had to do that before. It appears that inserting those waypoints works. I don't know how air traffic control is going to handle bringing us in, but before I inserted Aleut, EUYO, AFPIV, and Usugu, the course was just boom, straight to the airport, which is not very helpful because you want to be routed in. I mean, that's the whole value of an ILS approach or a RNAV approach is, it doesn't do you much good to just be routed directly to the airport in these kinds of conditions with extreme meteorological conditions. I mean, I just went through 15,000 feet of clouds. So being dumped on top of the airport isn't very useful. So we'll see. I mean, I'll just be happy if it doesn't crash to the desktop again. But assuming it doesn't, two big questions. How will ATC route me in with no published RNAV in the sim? Even though we know there is a published RNAV, how will they route me in? And then I'll have to compute, depending on how they route me in, my own top of descent, called TOD, top of descent, and the approach to Aleut, Iuyo, Avpiv, and PADU. Now, you will notice that this approach, the runway is like this, 1-6, okay? They do not route you straight in. And I looked at to activate the topographical features. You'll see there's some mountainous terrain right here. So I'm only going to presume that there's no way they could route you this way and in, this way and in, because these mountains northwest of Dutch Harbor would stand in your way. So what it appears, according to the official FAA AirNav approach for the RNAV 1.6, is that they route you in kind of next to those mountains, and then I'm guessing it's sort of up to you to fly this and then hang a sharp left turn and land. Obviously, I've never made the approach to Dutch Harbor before, but that's what I'm gleaning.
Whiskey Bravo, contact Anchorage Center.
So, assuming that doesn't crash to the desktop again, we will see what happens.
133.8 for Dare Tree Whiskey Bravo.
I think we'll get there
Anchorage Center, Dare November
before sunset,
Whiskey
or
Bravo,
at sunset.
300.
Before
November 343 Whiskey Bravo, Anchorage Center, continue to Alpha Kilo November as planned.
at or before sunset, which I would prefer, because this is not only the first time I've approached this runway, which is only 4,600 feet long, as I recall. It's also an unusual approach, non-precision approach, that even according to the RNAV that's available from the FAA, it is a tricky approach. You are not just guided straight in. So we'll see. This should be interesting, assuming again I don't crash to the desktop, which could happen any moment. I'm sort of walking around on eggshells right now, afraid that that's going to happen again. Anyway, just wanted to showcase some of this beautiful cloud scenery. We are above the clouds now, so we'll turn off airframe de-icing. And I hope that I get to check back in with you. But we're not, I guess we're not quite above the clouds. I hope that I get to check back in with you. Right now we're listed as 1 hour and 50 minutes from our destination. It's probably about 2 hours, given the slowdown as we get near the airport. But anyway, that's where we stand. It's been a frustrating day, flight sim-wise, because of the crash to desktop. But fingers crossed, we managed the approach and descent and landing. Should be fun, assuming we can get there. That's it for now.